Hello there. So in this video, we'll be going through how to set up payment on your online store. So this is an online store created using Vendroad. It's a shop for subs, but we don't have payment connected yet. If I were to add a product to my cart, checkout, you will see here that payment is not yet enabled for this store. So to enable payment, I'm gonna go back to my dashboard here. When payment is not enabled after sign up, you see this on the dashboard saying enable a payment method to start receiving orders. We click on that, and depending on the kind of payment you want to receive, we have different payment methods. You could decide, enabling payment by invoice is the best way to go for you. That means you want an offline or manual payment method, so you could just enable that here. And for this one, you would be asked to add payment instruction. This just like what you want the buyer to do if this mode is selected. So for example, if I needed the buyer to pay into a particular bank account, this is where I will add that information. I could just say pay to this bank account if and then give the information. This information will be sent to the user after they make an order in the email. In the order confirmation email, to the payment instruction will be there. Also, the invoice will be attached. Because it's an invoice, you typically have a time frame of when you want the payment to be paid. Say I want this to be paid within 7 days. I would just put that there. Just I want that in my invoice that this is when the payment is due. And I could just also add some details here that payment validates order, and then save that. Once I save that, it's already kind of enabled that information, enable that payment method. You can always come back to edit the instruction if you have more details you want to add that you want your customers to be aware of. You could add that information there. If you want to enable payment on delivery, you could also kind of like have that. That means when you deliver the product, that's when they pay. You also add instruction. If, for example, you want cash, this is where you specify that instruction, same method as the previous one. If you want like enable pay on location, this is best for people who prefer pickup. If you enabled if you allow your customers to be able to make an order then come to your store to pick it up, this will be where you enable payment on location. But what if you want them to just pay and be done with on your store? That means connecting online payment. Then you need to connect Stripe. Depending on your currency, you might have different methods, but for USD, for example, this requires just clicking this button and you'll be able to log in into your Stripe account. You just select the account you wanna connect with Vendroad. It only takes a minute. It's not a big deal. And if you don't have a Stripe account, you can create one. This makes all the payment come to you, and Vendroad doesn't take any cut of that. And that's how as simple as how it works. And if we go back to checkout now, we can refresh this page and see what payment is enabled. We can see here that the invoice payment is enabled, and I can do this and pay now, and that's how simple it is. Um, it doesn't show this yet because I haven't added my payment instruction. Once I had payment instruction, let's just add an example here of what the instruction would be. And I refresh, you also see payment on delivery as an option here. So yeah, that's how to accept payment on Vendor. And once I connect my Stripe, you also see that option in payment here. The user will get to choose way they want to pay, and then you'll be able to receive orders online.